Hey everybody, it's Nina Segura and
Christine Stiller, hello.
hi, we are from supervirtualteams.com and we are excited to share with you a virtual team building activities based on the three-letter acronym SVT, which stands for Super Virtual Teams. Today we are concentrating on the first letter of the acronym, which is S, which stands for Sixth Sense. Right, Christine?
Absolutely. It's all about helping teams get connected with their inner guidance and inner tuition and to gel and gel with each other.
Yeah, that's the best way. So this exercise is the activity name is called usefulness, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes. You can do it, but with between 8 to 12 people, we recommend. And with Zoom, you can actually use breakout rooms as well to do this. So you can break people out into rooms of 8 or 12. So you can actually do it for much, much more. But the specific exercise is for people to be supported with thinking on their feet, trusting their intuition. What else does it help people with, Christine?
Helps them to be creative, think out of the box, and it also helps to deepen the trust amongst team members as you're hearing people come up with creative ideas and supporting one another.
And we're going to run through the instructions and then we're going to actually do the exercise. So I have no idea what Christine's going to do and she doesn't know what I'm going to do either. So you're going to get the real deal here.
Absolutely. So really all that's needed is your video conferencing and then whatever objects are around your workspace. And this can be conducted at the beginning of a meeting. It doesn't have to be a special meeting just for this. It could be at any time. So the instructions really are, the leader says, all right, everyone, look around your workspace and select any random object. And one at a time, each person is going to show their object. And what we just want to make sure at the front end that everybody has a different object. All right, so we're just going to go around the room and show your object and say what it is. I have. It's a stapler extractor thing.
Okay, all right. I picked a book that I have on my desk called Bad Girls Throughout History because I love to look at it. So.
Oh, okay, great. So we have two different objects, so we can proceed. This is very good.
One practical, one not so.
Right. Who knows what random objects you have around your desk?
You never know.
So now the leader would say, let's give a fantastical story or scenario. So for example, aliens have invaded the Earth. Okay, so aliens have invaded the Earth. Now every person on the team has their object and they have 2 minutes to think about in what way their object would be useful in the scenario of aliens have invaded the Earth. So we're going to take a moment and now you have to really come up with how you're going to present that to your teammates. How is your object useful if aliens have invaded the Earth?
You want me to go?
Go.
Okay, so dear Mr. or Mrs. or they alien, however you identify, we believe, at least especially me, that having women as part of leadership, people like Helen Keller, are super important for the evolution of our society. So I would want you to know all about Joan Jett, Queen of Punk, and really important CEOs that are women and also women who have just changed history. And that's why I think this book is important for you.
Oh.
Pass.
Okay, next team player gets to talk about. So this object would be very useful if aliens invaded the Earth because we could pluck their eyes out.
The assumption that they're not friendly. I like that.
Yes. If
I'm thinking they want to learn something, and you're like, no, they're bad. They must go blind.
If it got to that point, we could use it to pluck their eyes out.
This is true. So, speaking from somebody who's probably like one of the kindest people I know from Canada, you never know what she's going to come up with.
All right. So we would go around and we would hear everybody's object and usefulness. And then as a team, you could vote on whose object you think would be the most useful.
Yes. And as a leader, you could reiterate that sometimes, whatever our intuition is of what we think that object should be, sometimes going with that is super important. And as a leader of a virtual team, you can also talk about, so what if we made a mistake? Say, I didn't pick a book and I picked a post-it. Sometimes there are consequences to our decisions, but more importantly, it's all about learning. Even when we make a mistake and we guess wrong or what have you, it's all about just recalibrating and remembering that we all have that compass that Christine talked about, and we call it S for sixth sense. Thanks for sharing with us today. We're glad you watched.